Today is August 5th, 2026, and you are listening to another episode of the Atlanta Sports Special. You must have good taste if you keep coming back. On today's episode, we have a long one for you, so buckle in and get ready because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to the Falcons preseason. Sorry for the background. If you're watching, technical difficulties, new software updates on this software we use, it's kind of dumb. But, we got Kenny in the first half doing a little solo action talking about the Braves and got a very special guest to sit down and speak to me about his opinions going into preseason and kind of what we've been doing over the summer. So, like I said, strap in and get ready. And like always, baby, let's get it.
Yeah! ATL on the rise, you know how we do. Beach tree dreams, dirty birds flying through. From the gridiron to the diamond, courts to the pitch. We reppin' ATL sports, every team, every niche. ATL, where the flames ignite. From Truist Park to the bins at night. Dreams take flight, hearts soar high. United we stand, reaching for the sky.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Atlanta Sports Special. Solo today. So you guys are going to get a rapid fire episode, mainly because I've also headed to the beach. And I kind of want to go get some toes in the sand, some margaritas, pina coladas, have a good time. So what we're going to do is we're talking a little bit about specifically just the Braves for a minute. And some of the concerns, some of the good things, some of the highlights over the past week since we all last got to hang out. That's what I'm going to jump into it. No, this day in the A today, which is sad. Basically every piece of content I could pull up from it was just Braves losses, which seems crazy. So apparently Friday the 31st of July, not our day as a team, which is totally fine. Totally fine. But let's hop into it. So before last time we talked, we're still in the series with the Orioles. Lost the series. Kind of stung. Bats have been a consistent need for the Braves. It's like we talked about this. We'll get to score 15 runs in the first game of the series, have a pitching staff just shell shocked, and then we'll just decide that was all the runs we had for the week, which is disturbing because we can still win some close games. Still got the clutch gene when Chris Sale's pitching, and we got our best relievers. Also a problem is having our best relievers on the mound would be appreciated, but got out of that series, lost the series 1-2, then went straight to the Mets. We're going to spend just a minute here. The Mets are doo-doo with the highest paid team in the league this year, which is hilarious. What's not hilarious, though, is playing the Mets and losing games 14-3. There's nothing funny about that. There's nothing funny about watching a pitcher get absolutely shellacked and then every reliever gets shellacked. And doing it to a team of all-stars that can't seem to play together and that we make fun of constantly is embarrassing. Not something you want to be seeing. Not something I want to talk about again at all either. So, got to do better to the fellas. We're about to get swept, and thank goodness we came back and won the game 1-0. So shout out to the team we've been knocking, the pitching. Awesome job coming out and going lights out there. It's so weird. I mean, the Braves are probably the most inconsistent good team on the planet. I mean, we have the third best record in baseball, third best record in the NL. Better than every team in the AL, obviously. Duh. But it's really concerning to see the inconsistencies. And I mean, it's something where like, okay, we're in July. When we get into August, this has got to get figured out. Because the worst thing that can happen is we get back into a race for first place. Thank the good Lord we're not right now, because the Phillies, as much as we've been inconsistent and playing 500 ball, boy, the Phillies, you can smell them from here. They are disgusting. Going 2 for 9 in their last 11 games. That's absolutely brilliant. And thank you. Like, we'll take the assist. The Mats will take the assist. Like, go ahead and let another team come in second in this division because you guys suck. Always happy to see the Phillies floundering. Between them and the Saints, it's like, oh no, you stink? Great. Good for me. Love to see it. Love to hate watch it. Record 3-3. There's been some notable play. Obviously, the big big marquee thing coming out of this past week. Ronald Acuña's back. Just hit a home run last night. Awesome. Also looks, and this is a personal preference. I kind of wish Kramer was here to tell me if I'm wrong or not. Like, I want to see Ronald swinging big. To be totally candid, I think when he is focused on approach and less being the stud that he is, he gets in his head. And on top of that, I don't really need to see him stealing too many bases. Do your thing, Ronnie. You know what I mean? Like, get on base, preferably. You don't need to go steal the base. We want your ACLs intact. We want your hamstring intact. So just get to the base and stay there. And get there softly. Just hit those liners in between the gaps. Hit the home runs. Take a jog. Relax a little bit. We appreciate your service. Austin Riley, who had been benched, by the way, has come through with a few games. Austin Riley is king of the I just had a game where I hit the RBI to win it, or to put us ahead, like the one to Baltimore, and then just go disgustingly cold. I don't know the problem. And it's very interesting to see the headlines around Atlanta right now when it comes to like what to do for the postseason as we kind of prepare to hopefully be in a spot to contend. Austin Riley is the name of all names. It's like, what do you do with this guy? He's getting paid a lot of money to bat sub 215. I don't want to see Austin Riley go, candidly. Like, I want to figure this out, but at some point you do have to start deciding like what is the best for the future of the franchise. I hope that is Austin Riley staying, candidly. I love Austin Riley. I think Big Country is a big addition here, so we kind of need him to be there. Ozzy, getting frustrated at bats still. Can kind of like visibly see that at times, but he's sneaky, like one of the most consistent bats in clutch situations, which is great. Good to see Mike Yastrzemski hitting. Man, I just the starting pitching is, if this doesn't get addressed going into the next month, like you got to start also questioning Alex Anthopoulos at this point. I don't think enough fingers get pointed at this guy because we had that great World Series run and he pieced together such a good team. He brought in those pieces for. Respect, he did that. 2021, unreal, awesome. Like Rosario and obviously going out and get Jock, like these things meshed and worked. Soler, what's going on now? Is Jarvis our Rosario? Maybe. Is Grant Holmes going to be our version of the pitchers we had in the World Series? No. Spencer Strider is gone. I don't think I'm the only Braves fan who gets annoyed watching us roll out another prospect every week into a lineup where they go out and get shellacked. I don't want that for the prospects too. I feel like we're bringing guys up before they've even been developed enough in the farm system because we're refusing to spend money on a pitcher. So it's like we're killing confidence in prospects by throwing them into horrible situations, and like watching the Mets just like feast on that is so frustrating. So I'm not in the business. I don't want to speak for these guys, but do something, please. It's like that meme of like poking the dead horse, like do something. It's kind of how I feel. And it's pretty gross feeling. Man, there's a video that came out. I'm actually going to stop talking about the Braves because like it really is like troublesome and frustrating. At the same time, with third best team in baseball, we're the best team in the division. We have a 7-game lead, almost 6.5 right now on the Phils. Those are all good things. And why do I feel so pessimistic? Because I have been rotted to the core by the city and by my fandom. So excuse the Debbie Downerness. Maybe I'm just trying to look at the idea that if like you poke enough holes into a ship, you can repair it before it sinks, or things can sink. What are things gonna sink? If Alex is on this game, though. We'll see. Don't think he is. The Falcons are back, getting ready for fall camp. And there is some real hype about a guy that I'm actually excited to see what happens with this, because this could be like the sneaky play. It's happened for a lot of people. Jack Strand is the name that continues to come out of everything behind the Falcons building. Every single one of our quarterbacks is hurt besides Jack Strand too. So maybe I'm just like pouring optimism into a situation I shouldn't. I don't think I am, because Jack Strand, like I went back and watched his college tape, nerded out hard. Wife was watching some reality TV. Good for her. That's how she unwinds. I unwind watching the Minnesota State Moorhead team play teams I've never heard of, and watching Jack Strand throw for 1,000,000 yards and touchdowns on these guys. Composure was the main thing I saw there. He's a multiple conference player of the year award, first team Division II All-American. This kid's good, and he's smart. He's also, I think, like 6'5", 230. I mean, he's got a frame of a monster. Apparently, he spins the ball better than all our quarterbacks. That is like the news from anyone who's not the Falcons themselves. People who are sitting over there in Flowery Branch watching this team play say, kid can spin the rock. And at this point, let's see. Why not? I think we're going to get into it in a week from now with Kramer and his special guest he's bringing on here. But last year, we were way too optimistic about this team. This year, coming in with a different perspective. The Atlanta syndrome, the PTAD, post-traumatic Atlanta disorder, is real, and it's starting to affect me, for sure. We'll talk about that next week. I appreciate all y'all listening and hanging with us through the summertime. It's weird. Kids' schools changes. I'm going on vacation. Sick. Thank y'all so much. We're excited for the Falcons to be kicking back up and having another sport to really, really get our teeth into. On top of that, we will be having Seth come on. I know we mentioned it. Seth will be on to talk about the draft and get me educated on what's going on, because I'm panicked right now. After hearing all this Ant talk and not having Ant on our team, panicked. So we'll have that come in. I can't remember exactly how it is. Kramer says it. I should, because I hear it every week. I think it's something like, if you flew here or you grew here, thank you for listening. And we do appreciate you all. Rise up. Go Braves. Chop on. We'll talk soon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great episode of the Atlanta Sports Special. My name is Kramer, as you know, and Kenny cannot make it. He is driving back from vacation, so I am sitting here today with a very special guest, my older brother, Mr. Big O himself. What's up?
What's going on, big dog?
Yes,
Glad to be
sir.
back.
We'll get to that in a second, but if you're watching on YouTube, you can see him flaunting his Bijan Robinson jersey right now. Hell yeah.
Beautiful day.
Well,
Well,
an emotional roller coaster, for
down
sure.
day, up and down day.
A very emotional roller coaster. But before we get into that, we are mainly here to talk about the Falcons as they hit pads this week, being in OTAs and training camp in the past couple weeks, and now we are in full contact as we get ready for preseason. But before we get into that, we're going to have to speak a little bit about the Braves here, because the Braves didn't do anything that anybody wanted, really, when it comes to the trade deadline. Can we agree on that?
They bolstered their depth, at least. I mean, if you could say that. But yeah, there was a couple possible home run swings for the bullpen, but they just ended up being a flash in the pan, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, and you know, we were speaking before the podcast started recording, but it's a pretty big month for the Bravos when it comes to just the different series that they have. We are 7.5 games ahead right now, which is a good little leeway, but from the looks of the schedule, that could easily change very fast.
But it could also be the tipping point for the whole league if we go on a good run right here.
That is true. That is true.
We're 7.5 games ahead in our division, but we're only 2 games back overall in the entire league. We're 2 games behind the Brewers and the Dodgers, and we play both of them back-to-back series at the end of the month.
That
So
is...
the tide could turn.
This is very true. We do go play at the Brewers from the 21st through the 23rd. And then we will be playing the Dodgers the 25th through the 27th. So, however, I mean, we got some series in here that should be layups on paper, right? Because we got the Rockies at home to end the month. I'm not really sure. I haven't really kept up with the Twins at all. But I feel like the Twins always give us some sort of weird competitive vibe when we play them. But we have the Mets. The Mets also are one of those teams that could be terrible the entire season, and they could lose over 100 games. But for some reason, when they play the Braves, they decide, like, hey, we're going to put up 14.
It's a division game, man. Division games are always tough. So.
All logic goes out the window.
Everything
when it comes
goes
to
out
that.
the window. No doubt.
Yep. We're playing right now as we speak and are recording. It is August 4th, and we are playing the Marlins. It's currently the top of the 4th, and we are up 1-0. So pretty good standing right now, but that seems like, 1-0 to the Braves. It might as well be a tied game, or we might as well be down 1. So the way we've been playing the past month.
The Nationals were very nice to give us a nice hitting practice this last series, though.
Yeah, but some would say we got a little. Some would say we got a little too much. Mm-hmm.
Acuña's back. They hit 9 home runs in that series. Acuña got a couple on him, and he came out of there healthy. I mean, that's all we can ask for at this point. Acuña. If
he can be healthy after the All-Star break, history shows that he is. I mean, it just proves how much of an elite player he is, because he comes and starts showing out. He starts going crazy.
He does. He comes back really strong every time. Problem is he's been pretty injury prone of late, but hopefully he can.
Someone make the argument that's been pretty up and down in his entire career so far for the Braves.
That is true.
So, Big O, go ahead and
let's talk the trade deadline, because
let's talk some of this trade deadline, because I honestly, shame on me, I didn't really keep up with it. I've been so getting in the zone for football season, and people don't understand that about, like, if you take football serious like I do. This is a training regimen. You gotta get your brain back into the flow. You got to remember who's on what team. You got to remember everything that's been going on. Big O and I have been for over 10 years in the same very competitive fantasy league. And let me tell you what, if you come anything short of knowing some ball in that league, one, you get clowned on because you're a scrub. And two, you can't keep up. You're not going to keep up with the other half of the people that are paying attention, because
it is a free for all. It is a dedicated league.
You gotta, all numbers. Not to sit here and talk about fantasy, but just you gotta, if you respect the game, you gotta get in depth with it a month before, even a month and a half. Some would say. I'm over here. Big O has heard me. We get in group chats, and he already knows that I'm over here naming players for no reason all the time. So,
well, I mean, I will say this offseason was one of the biggest movements, in players. A lot of players moved around on different teams. So yeah, you definitely got to kind of track back and get familiar where all the players are at now.
Right. But anyway, that being said, so I've been lacking on what the Braves have been trying to do with this trade deadline. And, bringing Big O in here was, one of the reasons I brought him in here is because the man's been keeping up and been looking out. So let's hear what you got to say here, because I have no idea who even picked up.
So we picked up a couple pitchers, which is nice because, it's historically the Braves' Achilles heel has always been the bullpen. I mean, we don't know if Strider's, the velocity's gone. Who knows if he's probably out for the season. I just don't think he'll be the same.
This man was at criminal records yesterday or today, freaking signing records for some reason. He was doing an autograph signing down the street for me, and I'm like, is this man not supposed to be like with the team?
Doing a lot of side quests right now. He's got a lot of time off on his hands. But we did pick up a few pictures. We picked up Tyler Mao from the Giants. We actually traded a pitcher, Anthony Molina. This actually is a pretty good pickup for the depth, at least. The downside of this is Tyler Mao is kind of also an injury-prone player, pitcher.
Okay.
He averages like 16 starts a season. He has started 18 this season, so I mean, seems to be on the healthy track. That is probably the highlight of our pickup.
A lot of people said similar stuff about Chris Sale before he got.
That is true.
Braves.
That is true.
He got sent to the Braves.
I mean, if we could just have anything to help that man out, because it was looking like he's going to have to pitch all 3 games in the October or something, the way it's been looking. But
yeah,
our second pickup was Brent Suter from the Angels. He's a really good depth player as well. I mean, these aren't the biggest needle movers for our bullpen, but at least it gives us some depth. And the last guy we picked up, I'm really not sure why we picked this guy up. We ended up trading Lucas Brown and Carter Holton for Lane Thomas, an outfielder, and also a left-handed pitcher, Bailey Falter.
Okay.
Bailey Falter, let me give you his season stats. 13.97 ERA this season.
Brother.
He's not playable in the big leagues. I don't understand. The only thing I can think of is they were like, hey, Elder, we'll give you, some morale boost. We'll bring somebody even worse.
What?
Just to give you some confidence. He's in the minors right now. But, yeah, I mean, this man cannot sniff the big leagues, in my opinion.
Not with a third. I mean,
ERA.
I'd rather put me out there and try.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'll throw a couple meatballs down the middle.
Yeah,
that's kind of shocking. Last night was like a big like swing and a miss. The Braves tried to go for DeGrom.
I saw that.
And they initiated his no trade clause when we tried to pursue him. So they kind of shut the door on that pretty quickly. But man, that would have been a needle mover.
DeGrom is still with the Mets.
I think he's on the Rangers now.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah. So that was, I mean, that we were all like really hoping that, they could make something work with that, but they initiated no trade clause. But hey, we got some depth. And I mean, honestly, that's all we can ask for.
It's funny how like we go out for a guy that's, historically pretty good, but he hasn't been anything amazing or crazy as of late. But then, one of the best newer young guys in the entire league goes to the Dodgers with no issues whatsoever. The fact that there's no like ability for teams to veto, protest, like this, there's going to be a baseball lockout. There's going to be a baseball lockout.
Could be. I mean, but anybody else could have gone for Scoobo. I mean, they got him for nothing.
But the thing is, they're also over there like doing these fraudulent contracts where they have some sort of weird clause that they are able to initiate where they don't have to like.
They're at like 1.3 billion on the roster right now or something like that. Something egregious.
Right. Contract wise, but realistically, they have like all these weird things in their clause where like they don't have to technically pay them until like they're retired or something, which is again,
right. They keep backtracking it. So it didn't.
Which is just that's money laundering essentially at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know.
I don't know.
But it sounds like the Braves, either one, know something that we don't know, right? They are doing something that we don't see as casual, fans of people that sit there and, just watch the game as of not knowing the back office kind of stuff. Or they, for lack of a better term, they signed a bunch. They do what sales managers do, and they just are trying to hire enough people to get them out of a rut, which is not feasible. So again, like I said, lack for a better term, they're throwing a bunch of shit at the wall, hoping something is going to stick.
I mean, honestly, I think they're just going for health at this point in the bullpen. I mean, the Braves are just plagued historically in the bullpen. I mean, they actually picked up Tyler Uberstein too from the Red Sox, another pitcher, right-handed pitcher. But hey, that's 4 pitchers. I mean, something's gotta work. The good thing about Brent Suter is he can pitch multiple innings, so that's a big plus, like for relief.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, at least Sale's got some help now.
That's true. Yeah, we're not going to have to
himself.
We're not going to have to give that man another Tommy John surgery. Hopefully.
Yeah, please no. What's the last thing? If he goes down, it's
the Braves are definitely in a spicy position right here. I mean, for the most part, we're looking pretty slated to have a nice little, for sure make playoffs. Let alone, be, if we win the division, be in that great spot to
right. And we also have a good spot to get the number 1 overall position. I mean, we're right there. We're only 2 games back. And we play the Brewers and the Dodgers at the end of the month. I mean, that could be a crucial swing if we stay close by then. I mean, imagine sweeping the Brewers and the Dodgers at the end of the month.
Go ahead and be great, Braves, before football season takes over, and then people start tuning out a bit. But no, it's I'm looking at this schedule. I mean, we get the Nationals again, which is I guess that's beginning of September, but still that's so weird. Is that like a makeup game? Because in the middle on August 31st, we just randomly play the Giants once. There's no series. We just play them once.
Probably is.
That's got to be a makeup game. That's so funny. Just in the middle of this, there's no series. It's just one game. Yeah. I mean, the Marlins have been pretty decent, right? They started off pretty hot this year. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, to end the season, we get Cubs, Astros, Reds, Marlins. So,
I mean,
and Phillies. So
there's a good run in there that we have to take advantage of for sure.
Yeah, we need to make sure we catch the Phillies slipping.
This month is this could be a big month for the Braves if they can stay hot. Riley needs to get his bat hot again.
Man's been inconsistent all season.
It's so wild to me to watch Money Mike and Austin Riley literally switch places batting this year. Money Mike could not hit for his life last year, and now he's pretty consistent, and Austin Riley's now on the schneid.
It's also funny to me that, the youngest guy in that dugout, being Drake Baldwin, is out here with, looking like a veteran leader when it comes to hitting. I mean, he's been
hot.
The man's been killing it, and I'm just over here like, is that not building momentum for you veterans? Yeah. Like, you got this young guy, like, come on.
Yeah. And Ozzy's always a good cheerleader.
Ozzy, I don't know, like, what, the professional term is or what anybody will say about him when his career's up and done, but the one thing I will always, if anyone ever asks me, oh, what did you think of all the Aussies on the team? I'd be like, that is the number one locker room guy. That is the number one guy I want in the dugout. That guy is the most positive player I've seen in any sport, where he is always got a smile on his face and he's always making sure his teammates are good. That's a good guy right there.
When him and Acuña are on the field together, that energy just radiates
Absolutely.
throughout the team, in my opinion. So to have them back together, I think is really good for the morale. Now we just got to get the pitching consistent, keep everybody healthy, and let's go on a run. Go on a run here at the end.
Absolutely, man. Well, enough of the Braves and what they're doing. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of what we came here to talk to today. I do want to start off.
Bijan.
No, when it comes to the Falcons, the first thing I do want to start with is on a more serious note. We like to have fun with podcasts, but I will have to say, thoughts and prayers with the Ulbrich family. The loss of Jeff Ulbrich's wife.
Absolutely.
Very sad. Lost her battle to cancer. The whole team has been rounding around the guys, been very supportive, but us as fans, have an obligation as well to really take the time with something more serious like this to just, take a step back and remember that it's, a lot of these guys have, their own families and lives out off the field. And it's important to just remember that there's things that are a lot bigger than football. And, in my opinion, sitting here getting to speak and do this with my brother is, family. And I think that's just, something to really take in account, speaking of everything. But, thoughts and prayers here from the podcast to the Ulbrich family. Very sad, very not ideal way to, start the 2026 season. But the family of the Falcons will rout against that, will corral with them, and hopefully it's just something him and his family can look back and really get through. Speaking of just mixed emotions today, and just anybody that's a Falcons fan here that listens to the podcast probably knows what we're going to talk about. So let's start with some good news, right?
Start with the good news.
Let's get the good news out of the way. We'll start with Todd McClure being signed as the coordinator for for all of player development, with Matt Ryan being the president. For those who don't know who Todd McClure is, he was under center for the Falcons for 13 years, drafted in 99 out of LSU, and was basically, for most of Matt Ryan's career as well as a Falcon, his right-hand man, I'm not really sure what the job entails of coordinator of player development. Is it just to put people on a quota of making sure they're hitting certain strides and expectations?
It says player-focused initiatives and leadership with projects. For me, I like this move, especially with Matt Ryan at the helm. I think having those guys with their mentality, we need some of that fire back in the front office, and hopefully it transitions into the players too.
I've been thinking about this a lot, and Matt Ryan being the president of football operations, and then, bringing on his right-hand man for years now. I was thinking about this a lot, where I wonder if this becomes we've seen so many positive things come out of the Falcons in the offseason here, where it's a shocker as a fan, because we're sitting here wow, I don't remember the last time we've been so proactive and, making sure we're actually making improvements. Our draft, let alone for itself, was one of the more impressive things, given no first round pick, right?
Absolutely.
It was very interesting to watch our draft and just see a lot of the value that we ended up getting. I mean, even, I have friends that are Saints fans, friends that are Panthers fans, even come and be like, wow, you guys really did a lot for having almost nothing. And I was like, I couldn't believe it.
The boxes that we needed.
Yeah, I mean, we got depth, we got some good, and then like free agency going, and everybody's sad about Algier, and we're like questioning, like, oh no, all right, same old Falcons, just getting rid of a good player, but then going out and getting Bijan Robinson Jr., who could easily be a starter on 15 teams in the league.
Yeah.
And him being our 1-2 punch guy now. I mean, I remember that day when we signed him. I was just like, I was at the gym and I was like cheering. I was like dancing. I was like, oh no way. Like, massive.
That's a good 1-2 punch tandem right there.
Exactly. But what I'm saying here is that I wonder if the Falcons can, unfortunately, we are projected last in our division, which is honestly very shocking, honestly very disrespectful. But it's because,
but when you don't have a quarterback, it kind of makes
NFL is so quarterback heavy, where it's like, when was the last time a quarterback didn't win MVP? Right, like the quarterback's the most important player. Which sure, that's true, but I think they're taking that way too much into consideration. Because I mean, Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. What the hell?
No, but you know what? He was on the field. That's the biggest question mark right now.
Yeah,
who's on the field? Who can stay on the field? We'll get to that in a second.
But Todd McClure. But what I'm saying is, I wonder if like the Falcons are able to turn this around, right, from the expectations to where we end up, come end of the season. If this is something we start seeing other teams do, because I don't know any other team other than maybe like a wide receiver coach or something like that is taking their old players and making them in those executive positions. I mean, you have Vrabel that used to play for the Patriots over at the Patriots. Sure, he's the head coach, but we're talking about like the front office guys, the guys that have like the final say on everything. And if we can get McClure and Matt Ryan, and they're just like, imagine it's like you working at a company for years and you have all these ideas and nobody takes you seriously, and then you leave. And then one day they're like, hey, do you want to like take the reins and take over the company? And like, you have final say on everything? Be like, yeah, that's insane. That's exactly what they gave Matt Ryan the keys. And he's like, let me tell you everything that was wrong with my career. And I'm going to make sure we don't have those damn problems anymore.
And they're kind of playing with house money right now. They
have so much money.
The expectations are last place, according to everybody. So what is there to lose?
Exactly.
Do what you want and see what happens.
Exactly. But getting into that, we are going to, other than that, some other good news, right? We have the extension, the final of the three-headed monster that we needed to. Bijan Robinson has been extended to a 3-year, up to $75 million with $51 million guaranteed to make him the highest paid running back in NFL history on an average annual value.
Until Gibbs gets signed.
Which, you know what? I'm glad. I am unbelievably glad.
I'm glad we signed him first.
I'm glad we signed him first.
Yeah,
they're going to give.
That's good.
They're going to give Gibbs $1 more, and then they're going to call him. That's fine. Whatever. Bijan got paid. Drake London got paid. Kyle Pitts got paid. This is the most proactive I have ever seen.
The Infinity
offseason. Say that again?
I said the Infinity Stones are set.
This is what I'm talking about. This is the most proactive, because what have we seen from the front office for years now? We have great players on the team. Let them walk. Let them go find free agency. Yeah. Let them go do this. We lost so many great defensive players because of that.
In the offseason.
Yeah, exactly. It's we pick up we pick up lost players that have been bouncing around teams in the offseason typically, which,
journeyman.
Exactly. And we're like, oh, we'll have him 1-year contract. What's the worst? And then we're like, oh, dang, we actually have invested time in these really good players, Nate Landman. And you know what we should do? We should just let him leave. Like, what is that?
Player of the week every other week.
Yeah, for the Rams, the unstoppable. You want to talk about Infinity Gauntlet, that Rams defense.
Yeah, correct.
But right now, we officially have Pitts, London, and Bijan until 2029. Which I don't know. That feels
we're happy.
That's like what is it? A weight off of shoulders as a fan, right? We don't have to wait for no lockout. We don't have to wait for nobody just not participating.
Foundation's set. Now it's just
we're building around these three guys. We're building around these three guys. We're making sure that they know from what we've paid them that they are the valuable assets of this team, that our offense is running through these three guys without a doubt. And we don't have to sit back anymore. The fact that, do you know how much guaranteed money is between just these three guys?
No. Let's see.
It's $187 million guaranteed. Kyle Pitts with 36, Bijan with 37, or with 51, and Drake London is 100.
Man, and imagine if we still had that Kirk Cousins money.
I'm saying, yeah, we could have got a decent quarterback in the offseason.
Yeah,
but I guess there wasn't really that much. I guess we could have got Kyler Murray, but whatever. Anyway. But yeah, great stuff there. Very happy to see as a fan. Cannot be upset. We got three guys that, if you ask anybody else, any other NFL fan team, they'll look at you and say, dang, those guys are really good. It's a shame they're on the Falcons.
Yeah, we just need to see who's throwing the ball. Is Cooper Rush left-handed?
That's a great question.
I just thought about that.
Maybe that's why they had to sign him?
Yeah. Because that would be...
He is not. He's
not. Okay, interesting.
That's a good point. I was wondering why... Stop clicking your pen.
Sorry.
But it's crazy because, that might throw
that the Tua deal. No, we got a left-handed guy to keep everybody left-handed.
Now
we're going to start with a hander.
That's very true. I will say, we did also randomly pick up. We had a linebacker, hit the PUP list, so we picked up D tackle Marlon Tapulatu. Don't really know anything about that, but he was a former 6th-round pick for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2021. He played in 33. He's played in 33 games. He's recorded 43 tackles, 3 sacks, and a fumble recovery. So, played for the Kansas City Chiefs as well. So, he's 6'2", 307 pounds. That's a big boy. But yeah, that's just a quick pickup that we did to help the defensive line as we have somebody on the PUP. But enough about that. Let's talk about the defensive line because we have lost an important piece
up high today and
woke up we started the morning with Bijan getting extended, massive, huge, awesome, like, oh my gosh, nothing can bring me down. And with every good news with the Atlanta Falcons, there is a sacrifice.
My beer.
There is a sacrifice. And the sacrifice is, unfortunately, outside linebacker, second-year sophomore Jalen Walker was carted off the field with an alleged torn ACL.
My only hope about this is it's a Shamar Stewart ordeal. For the
What do you mean?
Bengals, last week he had a nasty knee injury in practice, and he got carted off as well. We all thought it was an ACL. Next couple days, they said no structural damage. So we got to wait for the MRI. Yeah, Shamar Stewart. I mean, the video is nasty. Like, you watch the video and you think, oh, he's done. And apparently no structural damage. So you never know until the MRI comes back. So fingers crossed. But yeah, it's not looking promising at the moment.
Wow, I didn't realize they did this, but as soon as he got carted off the field, they immediately ended practice. They said,
Don't like that. Don't like that.
I kind of do, where it's like, if this guy's getting injured, maybe let's not risk anything else today. But
that's just a brutal blow. That is a brutal blow to the defense.
that could very much so. But no, getting James Pierce Jr. back just makes that all the more prevalent that we were able to.
Correct. And also the pickup that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, we needed again.
Mr. Perkins.
Interesting. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Perkins, you're up.
Yep. That, well, that's, neither here nor there as of right now. It is very interesting, though, to see where we go with that. I mean, James Pierce Jr. being there is going to be huge. It's just we got got another linebacker. We got a couple guys from the draft I can't think of the top of my head that are going to be able to fill those roles, which is great. How well are they going to be? They are later round picks, so it just kind of depends. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. Enough doom and gloom. Let's try to be positive here. OTAs. OTAs, preseason football, everybody just brags about how well their team looks and everything. Yeah, they're guys against themselves. They're not going full contact. They're not going full hurt, right? Everyone's like, Zachariah Branch is the next coming of Taylor Gabriel. And I'll be like, yeah, that would be sick. That would be the greatest thing ever. That'd be music to my ears, right? We love that.
I think Branch is more versatile than Gabriel, in my opinion.
I've been seeing a lot of passes from Penix to him, and it looks great. I mean, they look good.
I think London and Branch are about to be a tandem.
Well,
they're going to be sneaky. I think it also depends who's throwing the ball. Everything comes down to the quarterback for us. So,
yeah. Let's so Michael Penix is obviously no contact. However, he has been out there running 7-on-7s, running plays, and things like that. And then also Stefanski came out and said yesterday that Tua should be cleared to be a full participant soon. With his back tightness. Like, brother, what are we doing?
Man, my back's tight right now.
I'll
still swing that ball.
Yeah. But before we get into the disparity that is our quarterback room, I absolutely love what I've been seeing from the Terrell brothers out of camp right now. There's been so much high praise that these guys, it's the chemistry of that,
That's another radiating energy like that. Was Jesse Bates out there too? They're going to be flying.
They're going to be out there doing the Lord's work on a Sunday. Let me tell you what.
Yeah.
It's exactly what we've need too, because we've been, with guys like D Ford, what is that other veteran we had back there last year that I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but he's gone. It's just we've been running with a lot of older players, the past couple years, right? And it's time that we get somebody fresh. We get somebody new. We get those guys in there. And who better to teach you than, your older brother?
But it also is, especially starting last year, it's amazing what happens when you can finally rush the quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
the whole
I don't care if you're young or you're older. If you can't rush the quarterback and you're giving him the time of day, you're going to get dissected.
Yeah, 1,000%. It's just great to see, all the upcomings and things and great.
There's a lot of energy out there. It looks good.
It's been our offense for so long that we've seen, Bijan's amazing. Drake London, Kyle Pitts has so much potential.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, with the loss over the years of Nate Landman and, oh my gosh, who did we lose to the Saints? Why can't I remember? Who's the other white guy?
Ellis,
yeah. Oh, Ellis. Right. So with the loss of those two guys, which is crazy to me that we didn't re-sign them, especially Nate Landman. Nate Landman was one of my favorite players, like on the field
and Ellis,
for years.
Those broke my heart. Losing both of those guys broke my heart.
Letting Ellis walk wasn't like the end of the world for me. However, letting him go to the Saints is kind of like a JV move on the Falcons.
Yeah.
But that being said, that does leave us with one of my new personal goats on our team. Divine Diablo is going to be the captain this year for the linebackers on defense. And if you did not watch this man last year, you have shortened yourself of watching greatness, because watching him break his forearm and go out there in a club and still get an interception is absolutely ridiculous. Going out there and still trying to get sacks. He was doing everything in his power to make sure they keep me on this team, because he was just a pickup from the Oakland Raiders.
You saw a significant drop when he was off the field versus when he was on the field.
1,000%.
It was night and day difference on that defense.
Absolutely. There's no question about it. And we've had Christian Harris being a primary linebacker as well, except for the past month or so. However, come this past Saturday, Mr. Harold Perkins Jr. from LSU, who we've drafted, has gotten the call up and has been rotating and taking over plays for Harris with the starting group.
Boy in town.
A new, younger, faster guy in town. I mean,
hybrid linebacker.
When was the last time we saw a rookie linebacker make a difference into this Falcons offense? I could tell you who. Deion Jones.
Yeah. Deion Jones.
That was the last time. I believe his rookie year was when we went to the Super Bowl.
Witherspoon too? Can't remember. I don't think we drafted Witherspoon.
Anyways.
But yeah.
Perkins out of LSU.
Jones, man.
So much value. And the reason, so I have a lot of friends from LSU, and I was telling them about this yesterday. I go, hey, he's getting reps with the starters. Like, give me the lowdown on this guy, because, I didn't watch a lot of LSU ball. And they were saying, I was like, the guy seems really good from what I've heard. Like, why did he fall so late? Is there any off-field issues? Because I looked into that and didn't see anything. The reason he fell back so much is because the way LSU plays defense, they had him in coverage a lot of the times, and that's not that guy's forte. That guy hits people. That's what he's getting paid to do, is hit people. That being said, again, if you ask any SEC person about any player that they like on their college team, they're going to praise them to the highest account. That's why Georgia fans cry every year when the Falcons don't draft a guy out of Georgia. It's whatever. But they were comparing him to Ray Lewis, like calling him a smaller Ray Lewis, which I was like, brother, you can't be just throwing that around.
Name, man.
You can't just throw that around. You cannot throw that around. However, Perkins and Diablo have been apparently just absolutely locking down Bijan Robinson, which that's crazy. And Brian Robinson, which is like, brother, if we can get two linebackers locking this isn't even a
And
bias. This is just from this is what ESPN says, the best 1-2 punch going into the 2026 season.
And that was honestly what, kind of killed us last year is those flat routes by running backs last year. We were getting torched on those outlets.
Or short little slant routes from tight ends.
Yes.
Just not right there in the middle. We
were getting killed.
I mean, if this linebacker room has something crazy to evolve in right now, let alone if they stay healthy,
and if Walker is really out, I mean, Perkins is going to get his hybrid role, and he's going to get to go rush that quarterback.
Absolutely. It's going to be, especially now with the Jalen Walker news.
Yeah.
They might have to put him into that position and have Harris play that linebacker role and put him into an edge rushing role, which I'm totally cool with if they're telling me that this guy is meant to hit people and not cover the ball. Let's give him that opportunity.
Absolutely. I agree.
The Falcons are drafting defensive people again, and it's great.
I know. Finally.
It's really fun to see. They're saying what is it? Perkins and Diablo look like shadows of each other out there, which I'm like, those are some big dudes.
That's scary.
I'm excited. To see this defense. I'm interested to see how much playing time they're going to get, because that's one thing I think the Falcons do every year to kind of screw us up is that I get it. You don't want your starters getting hurt in a meaningless preseason game, but then again, they're getting no contact, they're getting no snaps, and they always show up for the first 3 games of the season looking lost. Don't get me wrong, we win some of those games, but they look so lost.
That is true. It takes the first month to finally mend and get that chemistry. And you see that across the board in the league.
Yeah. I mean, you see these guys go out there and play, even I'm not sure, but I think Lamar Jackson was getting reps last year too. I'm like, dude, if Lamar Jackson's out there, there's no excuse we don't have Cousins out there.
Reps last year too.
Who?
Joey B. Burrows.
Well, maybe that's why he can't stay. I'm just kidding.
He's coming back from an injury. That's why.
Yeah. Let's speaking of QBs, let's go ahead and get into the meat or the sensitive subject that is our quarterback room, right? So as of right now, according to that training camp website, there's optimism with Tua coming back, and Penix is still not cleared. He's giving a lot of participation in a lot of other things, 7-on-7s and, throwing the ball and doing everything, not so much mobile things. However, it is interesting to say the least that it's fair to say the least that the Falcons have a quarterback issue. Right now, our quarterback room is a battle of who is going to start between undrafted player Jack Strand and, as of last week, newly signed Cooper Rush. Where are we feeling on that?
I'm feeling
Quick click of the pen.
Oh, fuck, sorry. We're talking quarterbacks here, man. I mean, in my opinion, they're the Band-Aids in case one of these guys goes down, in my opinion. I think Tua's going to be the week 1 starter.
I think so as well. I think
Tua's going to be the week 1 starter.
I think it has taken a lot out of everyone who watches the Falcons or who's a huge Falcons fan, right? It's taken a lot of steam out of the season already, just knowing that we're all having to swallow the pill that Tua Tagovailoa is most likely day 1 going to be the starter for the Atlanta Falcons.
Which, I mean, you signed him for $1 million,
which is fair, and he's left-handed, so it's if he starts and then Penix comes in,
right. There's no harm in it.
Exactly. And who knows? Maybe both these guys aren't good to go, and Strand goes out there and somehow puts on a clinic, and he becomes our Brock Purdy.
It could be. It could be. But I think Tua will need. I mean, they're going to have to play in the preseason games.
I mean, they have to.
They have to. Like
who? Tua or wait?
Tua. I'm saying Tua.
Oh
Tua
yeah, absolutely. I mean, without a doubt. Tua. I'm sorry, this isn't the Dolphins anymore. Like, we're not going to hold you back for anything.
No. And I mean, he had to prove as well. I mean,
if I see this man dive head first in a preseason game, I am going to lose my marbles. I am going to lose
whatever marbles are left.
He won't have any marbles. I'm going to lose mine, and his are just going to shatter.
Yeah. I mean,
it is ridiculous.
At some point, you got to, hey, this is not a good business decision.
The doctor's already told him to stop playing.
Yeah.
It's interesting to say the least. I think the most demoralizing aspect of it all is just talking to my friends that are fans of other teams, and I feel like I can't even have that conversation with anybody about their team. Oh, well, you have this issue wrong with this person this year, and they're like, yeah, how's your quarterback room? And I go, exactly. Well, the rest of our team looks fire. The rest of our team is looking great.
Which honestly, that is probably the most heartbreaking.
That our team looks so good, and otherwise,
especially defensively, is we finally have arrived. We've been waiting a decade for a pass rush. We saw it last year. This is it, and now we're stuck on the other side.
We over doubled the amount of sacks we had last year than the year before, or something like that. We went from last to
2 years ago. We had, I think, 4 total sacks,
and last year we had somewhere around 12, 16.
We broke the record for most team sacks in a season. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
We're such a funny team.
It's so funny.
We are a funny team. We are such a funny team.
You just can't have it.
But I kind of like this. I want people to keep doubting. I want people to forget about us. I want people to be oh, it's the SEC, or not the SEC. It's the it's the NFC South. Don't even have to pay attention to them. They're an easy game on the schedule. I want people to think that, because you remember.
I love it.
Remember last year?
We're disrespectful that we're last.
You remember last year, Bills fans going, well, it's the Falcons. Whatever. That's just a W on the schedule. Wrong. Do you remember the Eagles the year before that going, it's the Falcons. We have one of the best teams that the NFL's ever seen. Surely. And then guess what? We beat them. I'm just saying, everyone was saying the same thing about the Panthers, who ended up winning the division last year. Do not sleep on the Atlanta Falcons. We are coming. I don't know how good we'll be, but we're going to be better than expected.
I agree. I mean, at the end of the day, the division's up for grabs. You can call whoever's the favorite, whatever. That division is up for grabs.
Vegas has us, I think, at 3.5, 4.5 wins.
No, they don't.
Yet, dude, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding.
I don't believe you. There's no way that we're not in Jets territory.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Oh, never mind. I don't know why. Why I
was about
that.
to
Sorry,
say, dude,
it's 7.5.
Okay, yeah.
I was way off.
Yeah. No way we're in Jets and Cardinals territory.
That makes so much sense, because I think almost worse. It's pretty common in the NFC South that we typically, especially as Falcons, we exchange 1-for-1 with each of our division rivals at least. So that's 3 wins.
Yeah. I mean,
or we sweep the Saints like we do every year. Bitches.
Aints.
Aints.
Yeah.
Who dat? Anyway, yeah, man, as the season gets closer, it's a lot of nail biting and anxiety, but hopefully
That our whole division though has had a kind of a rough off season though, as far as like injury wise and whatnot too, because the
Yeah.
Panthers lost a couple guys for the season. Baker has that drama with the Bucks. They're not signing him back.
they lost Mike Evans too, which
they
I
lost
don't
Mike
care what
Evans.
I don't care what you say. Like you got Mbuka and you got Chris Godwin still, but I don't, dude. That's like
You
again.
lost
That's one of those.
1,000-yard receiver, a perennial 1,000-yard receiver. You just lost.
It just kind of blows my mind that like that is a guy that if like take away the Falcon fandom for a second, like just an NFL sports football fandom in general, that's a guy that should have been a Buccaneer for life. That doesn't make any sense to me. That guy shouldn't have.
He actually left the Bucks, by the way.
He probably didn't like where it was going. I agree.
Yeah, he
Like,
left the Bucks, but now he's dealing with a hammy next to that substation. So
yeah, whatever the 49ers got. That's one of the people we got to play. We got a Stefanski against the Browns later in the season revenge game, and then we have a Shanahan revenge game, which probably no George Kittle, I'd imagine.
how about half that roster?
Yeah, by the time the game
He falls
comes
out for the season. Debo's the only one healthy because he just signed back with him. Debo and CMC.
I saw a picture of Debo today. He is fat. He
Is
is.
he really? I thought he got fit.
Wait, hold on.
I heard he got fit. I think
I
you're
saw-
watching an old picture of him.
It was him.
He
I hope so. He's on my dynasty team.
I mean, it's Debo and CMC season over there.
Yep, as of right now. But yeah, man, the Falcon season, exciting. There's going to be more to come as preseason starts. We'll have some more episodes on that. But yeah, as of right now, we're kind of in this weird purgatory, just like final notes here with the quarterback room. Everybody else, we signed the main guys we needed to sign. We took a pretty big blow on defense today.
Hey, we'll see what happens in the next couple of days. Prayers up. Fingers crossed.
We'll see.
Maybe it's not as bad as it seems.
Fingers crossed. You know, if you can, I'd rather him. I'd rather him just like start even on the pup. Like let him be gone for the first 4 games.
That's fine. That's
totally
fine.
I'd rather do that than lose him for the rest of the season.
Agreed.
You got any final thoughts and any notes you want to get off your chest before we wrap this up here?
Not really. Just keep eyes on the quarterback room, and hopefully the Braves can stay healthy. And we can have a magical run this month.
Yes,
take
sir.
Take over the league.
Yes, sir. As you know,
it's right there for the taking.
The Braves have a very important month. We, as you know, the Falcons have a pretty important month of kind of where we're going to be at and see take a glimpse of what the season might hold given the preseason. But yeah, a lot of exciting stuff, man. It's almost football season. That's all I really got to say.
It's August. I'm fully flipped now.
Yeah. The World Cup was fun. It was just like a really good appetizer to.
It made the summer go by so much better.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth, man? Not just watching baseball, which I don't watch baseball on TV, but I'll go ahead and true. I'll go ahead and wrap things up here. Thank you everybody for listening to another episode of the Atlanta Sports Special with your host here, Kramer, and our special guest, Big O. And whether you flew here or you grew here, we appreciate you guys listening. Rise up, baby. I think it stopped. Oh, it's still going.
Yeah, I see it recording. Good job, gang.
It's not connecting. Connecting to studio. This is not good. I'm just gonna have to cut this.
You know how we do? Peachtree dreams, dirty birds flying through. From the gridiron to the diamond, courts to the pitch. We reppin' ATL sports, every team, every niche. ATL, where the flames ignite. From Truist Park to the bins at night. Dreams take flight, hawks soar high. United we stand, reaching for the sky.